Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my part 2 on
What if Deku had Soundwave powers? Part 2. Question in morals.
Suku was thinking on checking the data that Tomagiri told him, and Suku says, "Jeez, why does that woman have to aggravate my knowledge? I assess so many possible scenarios, but I can't always predict all the outcomes. Why does she have a stubborn streak with me? And why is she so insisting on damaging my pets? And I'll never understand her." Suku checks the data on Tomura Shigaraki, and he looks at profile. Tomura Shigaraki. Her family was killed by accident. That sounds fun in sarcastic way. But when she was a kid, great. That's where I'm working with. Suku then also realized, what the heck is he also thinking? And Suku analyzed the data that was given to him. It doesn't show what the quirks were. It was old. They weren't quirk users. Suku was theorizing that her family was quirk users, but there were no data on quirks, only just family members and her father forbidding her to be a hero. But when she first activated it, she killed her dog. That shocked Suku, but it was by accident. And Suku analyzed a video on a camera and hacked into it, checking for any moment of expressions. Suku was wrong on the other expressions he thought to see. He was thinking sadistic, thinking killing urges, or anger, but no, there weren't any hesitance of those. Maybe, naivety, but still. Then she's crying, and Suku was shocked to see, and something doesn't add up to him. How can she get a quirk? Quirk users weren't round to 80. They were about low back then. Nanashimura, he sees, was related to her, but there wasn't any known quirk to be there. And Suku can't figure it out. Something present to it just feels wrong to him. Doesn't feel satisfied on seeing it, but more a disgust on his face. And Suku calls out Laserbeak, and Ravage looks at them, petting them, caring for them, looking at them, shaking his hands. Ravage, Laserbeak, I'm feeling something weird. I don't even remember. Huh? Wait a minute. How many quirk animal users? And data shows people with animal quirks, beast quirks. But what about animal quirk users? Like pets? And Suku analyzed about not many. He only sees like Ravage and Laserbeak. They were his pets, but they're on the web as the first quirk animals, and Suku was confused and feels like he needs those answers and he's gonna have questions for somebody. And Suku turns off his equipment and says, great, now I'll have to go back and see that menace. Well, I know how much dug into his past, but her attitude with me, we're going to have problems. Suku goes back to the League of Villains hideout, and Suku says, it's good to be back. And Shigaraki says, why are you here? I thought you quit already. And Suku says, I ain't quitting. I just need to deal with what I'm dealing with. And Shigaraki said, you're gonna have hard evidence on that. And Suku says, oh, is that what you said to your family? What did you say? Suku says, you heard me. I already dug into the web and cameras from the past. You better not say that again. What? My leader that I'm working with is a frickin' guy that killed his parents by accident. I'm not sad for that. I am logically putting something. What? Logically wanting me to kill you? No, I'm logically trying to figure out why you have that powerful quirk and why I'm here. I should be loyal to All For One, but something I feel off need when I looked at your backstory and look at your time. Shigaraki says, whatever. I just don't care anymore. And Suki says, caring about the past will always find a way to bite. I'm here to figure out it now. And Shigaraki says, whatever you say, Soundwave. With a disrespectful sound of intimidation. And Suku says, great. Well, I can go and look for some answers. Who was the successor to Nana Shimura? He whispers to himself. Thinking. Then Suku goes on his phone and looks up the successor to Nana Shimura. And Suku, surprised. It's him? And then we get to the sports festival. All Might was getting ready for the introductions and was going to give the students their award. But then he was cut off by Suku, or a mystery person. And All Might says, who are you, young lad? And Suku, or a version of Ravage, says, don't need to tell you. He pulls out a laser beak, and All Might then realize, it's you. I recognize those animals. And Suku covers his face with a red glasses of shades combined with a mask. Relax, I'm not here to fight. And All Might says, you have some nerve to be here, villain. And Suku says, I dug up some past things. I seen who your trainer was. Nana Shimura, I would say. And All Might says, why you want to know my master? Oh, I already know some of your master's things. I'm just trying to figure out why Shigaraki has a vendetta on you, on heroes. I just don't. I'm only following orders, but my morals come first, and I need to know what I'm dealing with. And All Might says, fine. Shimara was keeping Shigaraki distant, but wasn't for she hated him or her family. It was because she was keeping enemies away from the family. And Suki says, well, that checks that bag. Knowledge triggers that. But who was the villain that made their eyes few but can't find ways to calculate? And All Might says, I don't know how Shigaraki has his quirk. Even Shimura doesn't even know. But I think I know one. And Suki says, speak it up. I don't have all day. Same here. And All Might tells Suki, are you? No, not my master. Well, it's your beliefs and morals. Well, it was a good talking to you. I'll see you later, villain. And Suki hits the cement wall. It's him? My master? Can't be. And Ravage and Laserbeak come to Suki's aid. Thanks. Why do I feel angry because of this? Should be not surprised that flashes of memories come to Suki. And Suki says, huh? What was that? And his heart beats faster. And Suki says, gotta get out of here. Figure this out. And Shigaraki says, where were you, Soundwave? And Suki says, oh, nothing. Just getting some new packing equipment. And Shigaraki says, that better be, or we'll have a little talk. Decaying the rock. And Suki says, Then Suki, Tomogiri, and Shigaraki were in the lair. And Suki says, what are we waiting here for? We got a person to talk to. And Tomogiri says, he's about right now. And teleporting a villain. Huh? Who's this guy? And Shigaraki says, didn't you know? You're such a guy that keeps himself busy all day. But this is the hero killer, Stain. And Stain says, huh? Where am I? Who the hell are you guys? And Shigaraki says, don't be threatened. We're the League of Villains. And Stain looks at all three of them. Villains. This word always has a meaning to it, doesn't it? I look at all three of you, and you just have something to hide from it. And you're just saying you're villains, but in really, you're just some scum. I don't care if you're villains. I'm just not interested. And Shigaraki says, well, give it a thought. And Stain says, no. And goes for kill with his katana. But Shigaraki decays the sword. Well, that escalated quickly, but do mind you, we'll keep it in mind. Then Suki says, Stain, I have a question. Why do you want a question from me? Stain asks. Oh, it's not a big one, or a huge one, but why did you turn into a villain? And Stain says, Hero society has crumbled. Facade. Heroes only wanted money, fame, and all that. But one hero, a true hero, the person was All Might. And Suki, surprised on that answer, keeps waiting to All Might gonna follow him. He's thinking to himself and keeping it a secret to Shigaraki. And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time. Plus Ultra!